So welcome back to She's Honest. I am Lionel.
And I'm Lashana.
So let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
Because this has been bothering me. Or in my head, I should say, not necessarily bothering me. So what do you think is the difference between outgrowing your friends and, well, no, both of them sound negative. I was going to say outgrowing your friends and forgetting where you came from. Or, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. What do you think is the difference between the two?
I don't know if it's outgrowing your friendships or I feel like everybody gets to a place in their life where they feel like life is flourishing for them. And then there are some people that might be in your circle that it's not, their life is not going as fast as yours is. I think the question would be, how do you look at them? Do you look at them as you're on a higher level than them, or do you just feel you don't look at it as anything? But the question would be, are they looking at you like you think you're better than them now, because life is moving for you? And do you feel like there's some jealousy going on because they may not be where you are? They might want to get to. Here's another problem. They want to get to where you are, but they'll never get to where you are because that's your path. That's not their path. And I think I have a lot of problems with certain people now because I keep hearing, oh, you think you're better than me. I'm like, do I think I'm better than you, or do you think I'm better than you? Because I'm not actually thinking about you at all.
I think sometimes when you get too busy for your friends, they kind of chalk it up to, oh, she all of that now. Oh, she got this and she got that, so she don't got time anymore. When the reality could be, she don't have time, or he don't have time to be socializing the way that they do. But not because they think they better, because they literally have more stuff on their plate.
Right.
But what happens when it gets to the point where it impacts friendships? Like when you start to see that other side of that person, where they start to treat your friendship as if it's a business rather than a friendship.
Okay, that's good. That's what the topic should have been. Am I your friend or am I a business associate? I think for me, I did have people that I was close with, and I think that it's not that I feel that their life is flourishing and mine is at a standstill, because my life is flourishing as well. However, I feel like the person that I am, I don't allow anything. If we're friends, I'm not gonna have block whatever the relationship that we have. I'm gonna still flourish and still do what I have to do, but I'm not gonna forget who you are and what we have together. And I feel like a lot of times in life that happens a lot, where for a certain situation, I always wonder, for a couple people that I don't speak to today, I always wonder if their mates or other friends say, well, where's so-and-so, and what their response would be. And I probably shouldn't even care what their response would be, because that it doesn't matter to me, because that's not what I'm thinking, because you wouldn't know what I'm thinking unless you ask me. But I often wonder if the person is telling the other person, like, oh, they're jealous, or, she's jealous, or she stopped talking to me because I'm doing this in life. I always wonder that. So I'm working on not caring what I think that they're saying.
Kind of like where they simplify the conflict between you and them by saying, oh, he just mad, or he just hating. Or my favorite one is a part of the process of being bigger, or being more famous, or having a higher position, or having a title that someone else has had. I feel like when people move up, they put in their head that friendships are going to suffer, relationships are going to suffer, because people are going to be jealous and people are going to want to be you. And I think that they take on that perception and they make it true, where it's not always that. It's not always hate, it could just be true. Like if I feel you acting a certain kind of way now, maybe you really are acting a certain kind of way now. Maybe it has nothing to do with me wanting to be you, or me wanting the title that you have.
I think they act in a certain kind of way, because I know in my case, I feel like when I start feeling like you are placing me in the spot of your followers, then whatever relationship we had is done. Because I'm not, I don't idolize anybody. That's not who I am. Even like celebrities and all that, there's people I like, but I really genuinely like them because their business ethic. I really like, wow, they're doing really good for themselves. Wow, they didn't, they overcame everything they went through, and, they might have been in the slums and now they're, out of that. So I really, really respect that and like that, but not to the fact where I'm like, oh, I want to be them. Oh, I want to be in the place where they are at. So if a friend feel like I'm one of them or one of their followers that are acting like that, I'm not the friend for you, because that's never me. Definitely not. Like, I'm not going to see a celebrity that I really like. Like, I really like Mary J. But if I saw her, I would be, like, shaking her hand like, oh, I'm so happy, you're successful, da-da-da-da. But I'm not going to be falling out, because you're just like me. You chose your profession and I chose mine. So when they act like that, so that's how I felt in certain friendships, that I was being placed as their followers. No, you're not the queen and I'm not the peasants, and I'm not looking at you that way. I'm just being honest. She's honest, and I am.
I feel like I see a lot of people forcing themselves to believe that everybody's hating on them now, and
because that's what social media got them thinking. Haters, that she's a hater, he's a hater. No, you're still, because at the end of the day, if you, I knew you when you had nothing, empty hands, empty, and now that you have a little bit of coins, you feel like.
Let me send you to my secretary.
Yeah, exactly. Did you book an appointment? You starting to? I'm in your email with everybody else. No, pick up the phone and talk to me one-on-one. Don't put me in your email blast or your group message, which is coming from somebody else. That's not not me. I know my worth, and no.
You don't see that as them trying to keep business and not mixing it with personal?
Ma'am, really?
I'm just asking.
Did you hear what you said, though? Do you see that as them keeping business with business?
Like, once you agree to enter in a business partnership with a friend,
then yeah, I'm gonna have my business stuff. But if we are friends, then I'm calling you. Okay, let me give you an example. So at one point, I was in this business, right? And then after the meetings that we would have, I would get a call. I mean, right after, I didn't even leave the parking lot. Call. What did you think about the meeting? Any ideas? Da da da. But as people started growing, I left that parking lot without a phone call. Nothing. Mr. Telephone Man, something wrong with my line. It was that type of situation. No. People really start growing in life and they get way up there, and I really feel like they don't know how to come back down and be okay. You're not about to go back to where you came from. You can come back off your high horse.
I like the way that I mean, I don't know this to be true for a fact, but I like the way that the internet, I should say, describes the way LeBron James do it. He got his same core group of people.
The same core.
Same core group. He found their strengths, and they came up together.
And there was strength in he found it in every last one of them. It wasn't like, no, you don't have it. I'm sorry, I gotta leave you behind. He found strength in every last one of them. And so many people, and I know you're not really into the sports like that, so I'm really surprised you even brought up LeBron James. Like, ma'am, you know
I
him?
watch ESPN.
Ma'am, really? But
I don't turn the channel to it myself, but I watch it.
I'm not like a big LeBron fan. However, my mate is. So wherever LeBron goes, we are now that type of household. I was already a Lakers fan, but back when Lamar was there. But now that he's on Lakers, so I guess now he's like rooting for the Lakers. But what I would say that, and I was with LeBron back when he was in Miami, because I'm a Wade fan. But what I will say about him is that he did keep the core people that he grew up with, and he did put them in positions. And they're not like those friends or associates, whoever, that come in and then they're like behind his back stealing and doing all this.
Girl, don't even get me started on that.
I mean, I don't know them personally, but I don't see that. And it seems like he riding right with them. So, and I like the fact that he's with his high school sweetheart. His kids are all by this lady.
Stay out the media, stay out the no
Yeah,
drama.
you don't see any of that. and people hate on him so much, and I just like, for what? For what? He doesn't do anything. He uplifts. He keeps it moving. You know, he's having fun with his life. They seem his kids are like well mannered. Hate on him for what? Because hate is real. It is so sad, and it be amongst your own people too.
Oh, that's where you get it from the worst.
Like, support me. Like, I open a business, support me. I don't care if it's a
No,
business.
it's more
you
like,
don't
let me
feel-
get a discount. How much?
Always want a discount. Always want a discount. Always want a discount.
Let me get a discount. How much you gonna charge me though?
Can I get this one for
When
free?
my insurance bill come around, you gonna help me pay it?
No, not at all. Not at all. They don't even know your name. Sorry, I'm broke. I'm waiting for my check too.
It's a lot of those around. It's a whole lot.
That's just not me. If I don't have it to give, I will really, really try to say, you know, let's work on something.
What
so
do
we
you
can get
think
it.
you'll do differently as you get more and more successful?
I don't.
How you think you'll be able to maintain friendships? Because you're gonna get busy.
Yeah, and I feel like at points, I mean, I've have gotten busy, and then I feel like I kind of, you know, slow down, and I feel like I'm getting back there again. I don't feel like that's really a question for me because I think that comes when you change who you are, and I don't change who I am. I'm just a straight shooter, period. What you see is what you get, and I have always been this way, and only people that feel some kind of way about their own selves can say like, oh, she thinks she's better than or me or something like that, because I've never changed. I've grown, I matured, but I've never changed who I am.
You know how you know when it's real, even regardless of how big or how busy the person got, is when you get back together, it's like you was never apart.
Right, and that's
like they're the
friendship.
same person. When you get back in the room together, they're not acting different, they're not moving different, they're not talking different. It's the same person.
Yeah, keep the same energy we had when we were struggling together. Keep the same energy when you make it up to wherever you're making it. Keep the same energy. I'm just, I don't know. I'm working on that because I feel like as I'm speaking, I still sense a little bit of bitterness. So, but seeing that I recognize that, that's growth, and I'm okay with that.
I think you guys should be friends again.
Who was
Whoever
that?
you talking about.
Nah, I'm all set.
I think you should.
No. I feel like I have closure with myself. It's okay if it's not a mutual thing, and I feel like if we're in the streets, anybody that was in my life and maybe they're not in my life now, I don't really want you to come and be like, oh, hi, when you see me. You can say hi and keep it moving. Don't even touch me. I'm all set.
That's not nice.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, because I don't want to be fake.
Maybe that's how they genuinely feel.
That's not.
Maybe they still care about you as a person, so they want to embrace you.
Let me tell you something. If a person cares about you the way you're thinking in your head, I'm telling you how you're thinking. If a person really cares about you, if I say to you, like, no, we're having a problem, I'm all set with you, I'm not talking to you. If we are really friends, you'll be like, girl, you're crazy. I don't care what you're talking about. We're going to discuss this and we're moving on.
Really? So if me and you had a problem and you tried to talk to me and I said, no, I'm all set, I'm good.
I'm coming to your house. I'm knocking on your door. And I'd be like, listen, you are acting crazy. And open the door. Seriously.
I don't know I can do that.
Well, that's you. That's me.
See, but that doesn't mean that I don't care about you. It just, I don't know that I can do that. Because if I'm already trying to have this conversation with you, but you in a space where you can't have the conversation, and instead of saying, I just can't talk about this right now, you saying, I'm good, I don't know if I could come looking for you if you tell me you're good.
Yeah, so that's where we differ. I'm knocking on your door. Yeah. If it's real, if we're real friends, that's how I feel.
But I could spin that though and say, we're real friends. You wouldn't just cut it off like that and be like, you know what, I'm just good.
I know, that's why I'm saying that we're not real friends, not you and I, but we're not real friends because it wouldn't even be to this. There's no way it would be to this. No, this is not human.
You're human, and when there's a
No.
separation, and people just kind of
No.
assume what the other is thinking and feeling,
No, you can't.
you allow.
You cannot assume if a person tells you, whether it's on a phone, face to face, text message, if there was a line of communication somewhere and the person told you, this is how I feel. I feel like we're not good because of this, that, and the third. Then that means I'm telling you that there's a problem. And if you're not trying to rectify it, hold on. If I'm telling you that and you're coming back to me and casting it all on me, when I'm telling you I'm having this problem, therefore you're not taking ownership to your part. You're just putting it all on the other person. Because that means you're seeing yourself where everybody else sees you like, oh, that's not me. I don't see you there. I see you the same person you were years ago. Sorry.
As you're talking, I'm starting to realize why I probably have the friends that I have for as long as I have them. People do stuff that bothers me. I don't tell them.
You are a ticking time bomb. You're holding all that in.
I don't tell them. And I think that's why I maintain friendships for as long as I do. I don't tell them.
But that's not maintaining a friendship.
We still friends.
Because you're
Now, whether or not it's healthy, I'm just saying that's what I do. People
so you don't
do
care
stuff
what-
that bother me. I don't say anything. I just let it go. I don't forget though. I don't care how many years ago it was. I do not
But
forget.
how can you, if you feel some kind of way, how in the world can you just bottle that in and not tell them? That means that they can continue being the way they are or doing the stuff that they do that bothers you.
It would have to be big. If it's not big, if it's big, I'll say something. If it's not big, I don't say nothing. Which probably ends up being a problem down the line in my head because I also don't forget it. So if I don't forget it, then it wasn't that much of a small thing to me because I ain't forget about it. But I don't forget nothing that bothered me.
Well, then maybe that's why
Especially
I don't have
if you're
friends.
doing something that I wouldn't do or you said something I wouldn't say to you, I don't forget.
Then that's why I don't have friends, because I'm not staying shut. I'm not going to be nasty about it, but I'm going to tell you how I feel.
I do sometimes, but not all the time.
That's not good. That's not me.
Especially if you do
I'm telling
something,
you.
if it's random. But if you're the type of person where now it's almost like damn near abuse, it's all the time, it's something you just keep doing over and over and over again, then I start to tell you. Now I'm starting to tell you like what you're doing that's bothering me.
This does not sound good.
I didn't say it sound good. I'm just telling you what it do.
That sounds crazy.
I'm just telling
That's
you.
like
what
a
it is.
form of abuse. Like you're allowing this person or people to say and do whatever.
No, not whatever. That's extreme.
Okay, as long as it's not big. You said not big. As long as it's not big.
It's not big or detrimental to the friendship, but it may have been something I would have never said or never did.
I'm gonna need you to keep it real with me. Keep it real with me. If you don't like certain things, then just say it. And I'm gonna be like, okay, like that might be your opinion, or something like that. But and if it's something I feel like, yeah, you're right,
Here's the
I'm gonna
thing,
work
though.
on that. Cause
My way of communicating usually breaks off friendships.
Then it wasn't a friendship. It wasn't a friendship. I'm trying to tell you.
My way of expressing myself tends to lead to problems. So I guess in my head I judge, is this gonna be worth it? And
Who wanna keep a friendship like
long,
that?
as long as it don't happen again, I'm gonna just let it go.
That might come off like really, really weird to other people, because that don't sound right.
No, they probably just think that if they didn't do it again, then in my head I think that they know they shouldn't have did that junk in the first place. But they don't think that I realized.
They still did.
They don't think that I realized or I caught on to it, but I always catch on.
You know what? This is why she's honest with who she is. And I'm honest with who I am.
And on that
And
note,
on that note, we'll catch you on the next one.